Let's journey into the heart of Machu Picchu and uncover the secrets of its construction. How did the Inca, with such limited technology, create this architectural marvel that still leaves experts baffled today?
It's incredible, isn't it? The precision of the stonework is often compared to modern-day laser cutting. They didn't use mortar, yet the stones fit so perfectly together that a knife blade can't fit between them. It's like an ancient puzzle mastered before its time.
Indeed, the Incas had a profound understanding of their environment. Imagine harnessing natural forces like gravity and seismic activities to shape and transport massive stones. It's like they were ancient physicists using nature's own power.
That's a fascinating point, Ryan. It reminds me of how birds instinctively migrate, or how bees create such intricate hives. The Incas seem to harness intuition and nature in similar measure. Could this innate knowledge be passed down culturally, much like these animal instincts?
That's an intriguing comparison, Sonia. How do you think this cultural and engineering prowess has influenced modern architectural practices around the world?
Many engineers and architects today draw inspiration from the Incas for constructing earthquake-resistant buildings. The ancient techniques highlight a sustainable approach to building using local materials and designing resilient structures that echo in today's green architecture.
To add to that, the combination of architecture and astronomy in Machu Picchu reflects their deep connection with the cosmos. It's like today's smart cities, both functional and in harmony with their environment. Could this be a blueprint for future urban planning?
I agree, Ryan. This cosmic alignment might have been both spiritual and scientific for the Incas. The structures aligned with the solstices remind me of how some cultures built to connect with divine forces or understand celestial cycles. Fascinating how different motivations drive similar architectural feats across time.
The spiritual aspect is certainly compelling. How might these constructions influence the way we think about the balance between functionality and spirituality in our spaces today?
I think it encourages us to consider buildings not just as shelters, but as spaces that harmonize with our lives and beliefs. Just like Machu Picchu, architecture can reflect who we are and what we aspire to be.
Exactly, Guy. It ties into how spaces influence our well-being. Perhaps learning from the Incas, we can design environments that nurture not just our physical needs, but also our emotional and spiritual well-being.
Let's not forget the communal aspect. Machu Picchu was more than just stone structures, it was a thriving community. It speaks to the importance of designing spaces that foster connection and community, an idea ever relevant in our fragmented societies today.
Truly, Machu Picchu's legacy extends beyond its stones to our deepest human interactions and aspirations. As we wrap up, what lessons do you think contemporary societies could imbibe from this ancient marvel about the harmonious blend of technology, spirituality, and community? Diving into the cultural significance and mystical beliefs surrounding Machu Picchu, let's explore how these aspects interplay with the physical magnificence of the site. How might the spiritual symbolism of Machu Picchu influence our understanding of ancient Inca culture and its enduring legacy?
It's a great point, Michelle. The Incas saw the world as a sacred space, with Machu Picchu serving as a microcosm of the universe. Every element from architecture to the surrounding landscape was imbued with spiritual significance, linking earthly life to cosmic forces. It's like an architectural symphony harmonizing human, nature, and divine elements.
Absolutely, Guy. The Incas revered their deities in ways comparable to medieval European cathedrals where each stone held sacred meaning. This sacred geography made Machu Picchu a spiritual nexus, perhaps even a pilgrimage site where rituals strengthened their society's ethos and connection to the cosmos.
It's fascinating, Ryan, to think of Machu Picchu aligned not just physically, but existentially, much like a mandala. This spiritual precision guides our perception of ancient peoples as deeply attuned to both their surroundings and the universe beyond, resonating with indigenous wisdom worldwide that honors a sacred connection between people and place.
Building on this, how do we see these spiritual traditions influencing modern culture? are their contemporary movements echoing the Incas' integration of spirituality and daily life in meaningful ways?
There's certainly a resurgence of interest in integrating spirituality into modern living. Think of the mindfulness movement, where spaces are designed to foster peace and well-being. Whereas Incas built temples in alignment with the stars, today we might create wellness centers that synchronize with natural rhythms to anchor us in a fast-paced world.
That's a great observation, Guy. Our modern yoga studios and meditation spaces, perhaps, carry forward the legacy of sacred spaces like Machu Picchu, spaces meant to both ground us and elevate our consciousness, blending ancient wisdom with contemporary practice.
And beyond personal well-being, I see communities embracing this holistic approach to living. Eco-villages and intentional communities, for instance, aim to live sustainably and straightforwardly, much like the Incas, reinforcing the importance of harmony between community, environment, and spirituality.
These parallels are compelling. It's clear Machu Picchu's legacy extends far beyond its stones, impacting contemporary thought and lifestyles. As we continue this exploration, what can today's urban planners learn from the ways Incas utilized spirituality, nature, and community in their designs? Now, moving on to the rediscovery and global impact of Machu Picchu, let's explore how its unveiling to the world reshaped our understanding of ancient societies and inspired both cultural pride and global fascination. How did this remote site come to captivate modern imaginations and spark international intrigue?
When Hiram Bingham brought Machu Picchu to the world's attention in 1911, it was like uncovering a lost city from a mythical past. Suddenly, there was tangible evidence of a civilization that excelled in architecture, astronomy, and agriculture, challenging European-centric views of history. Bingham's discovery redefined our perception of ancient wisdom.
Absolutely, Guy. Besides its historical significance, Machu Picchu sparked a surge in cultural tourism and heightened interest in indigenous cultures worldwide. This site became a symbol of Inca ingenuity and sparked curiosity about their way of life, prompting scholars and tourists alike to delve deeper into pre-Columbian history.
And let's not overlook the sense of cultural pride it ignited among indigenous communities in Peru. The site is a living testament to Inca heritage and resilience, reinforcing a legacy that has been pushed to the margins for centuries. Machu Picchu's rediscovery was not just archaeological, it was a cultural reclamation.
It's fascinating how Machu Picchu transcends its physical presence, marking a monumental shift in how ancient cultures are valued today. How have these shifts influenced modern indigenous cultures and their representation in the global narrative?
This rediscovery encouraged a broader cultural renaissance, empowering indigenous voices to assert their narratives. It has challenged and reshaped dialogues around cultural preservation, encouraging more inclusive history that celebrates diversity and honors indigenous contributions to human civilization.
Indeed, and in today's globalized world, the impact reverberates even further. Institutions and educators integrate Machu Picchu into curricula to spotlight indigenous perspectives, fostering a more inclusive understanding of history that acknowledges the depth of non-Western civilizations. It's a push towards a more balanced narrative.
Beyond academia, this movement influences art, film, and literature, offering more diverse portrayals of indigenous life and wisdom. Celebrating Machu Picchu also champions the idea of preserving our planet's ecological and cultural heritage, an ever-pressing issue today. It's a complex interplay of past and present values.
As we witness this cultural renaissance fueled by Machu Picchu's rediscovery, what broader lessons can we draw for protecting cultural heritage while fostering global awareness? How do we ensure that sites of such magnitude continue to inspire generations? As we delve into Machu Picchu's enduring legacy, it's crucial to address the environmental challenges it faces. How have these affected preservation efforts, and what innovative measures are being taken to ensure this marvel withstands the test of time?
Well, one major issue is the increasing number of visitors. While it's great for tourism, the foot traffic inevitably stresses the site's ancient structures. It's a delicate balance between sharing this wonder with the world and preserving it for future generations.
I totally agree, Guy. The local climate is another challenge, with heavy rains leading to erosion and landslides. Conservationists are working on sustainable solutions like controlled visitor numbers and advanced drainage systems to protect the site. It's like a perpetual dance with nature, where both sides must align.
Yes, and the efforts to counteract damage also embrace technology. Drones and satellite imaging are being used to monitor the site's condition without direct interference. This tech-led conservation mirrors the Incas' innovative spirit, albeit with modern tools.
It seems technology is playing a vital role in marrying preservation with access. How do these methods reflect a broader shift in conservation approaches globally?
It's about using technology to learn from our history without rewriting it. Techniques like 3D mapping allow us to document and study these sites in detail, preserving their essence digitally while minimizing human impact, a sort of digital custody of heritage.
And beyond digital tools, there's a growing emphasis on community involvement. Local communities are engaged in these efforts, creating a stewardship model that empowers people to protect their cultural heritage. It's about building a protective culture as much as protective systems.
This approach mirrors global trends where the custodianship of heritage sites is entrusted to those who live among them. By integrating cultural education into the preservation narrative, these communities can thrive while protecting their legacy.
The role of local communities is indeed crucial. How might this inclusive approach to preservation influence global practices and highlight the relationship between cultural heritage and community identity?
It cultivates a sense of shared responsibility. This collaboration strengthens community identity while attracting global interest and support. It's a model that could inspire other regions with rich histories, promoting sustainable tourism and cultural pride simultaneously.
Exactly, Guy. It's an evolving dialogue where every stakeholder has a voice. This narrative shift recognizes that while these landmarks belong to humanity, they also root communities in their unique cultural landscapes.
And in this interconnected world, Machu Picchu serves as a beacon, reminding us of our shared heritage and responsibility. Continued global engagement ensures it's not isolated nostalgia, but a living part of the world's cultural fabric, encouraging us to reflect on what we choose to preserve and why.
It appears that Machu Picchu's preservation is a microcosm of global conservation challenges. As we wrap up, let's consider how this complex yet beautiful interplay of history, community, and technology can guide us in preserving not only monuments, but the soul of cultures. As we reflect on Machu Picchu's past, present, and future, consider its role as both an ancient wonder and a modern beacon of inspiration. What does this site, with its mysteries and marvels, teach us about embracing history while looking forward?
Machu Picchu's existence is like having a tangible piece of the past in our hands. It's a reminder of human potential and innovation. It teaches us to value historical knowledge as we innovate, showing us that understanding the past's feats can fuel our future aspirations.
To build on that, Guy, I see Machu Picchu as a blueprint for sustainable living. The way the Incas integrated with nature is a lesson for our current climate challenges. By learning from their environmental harmony, we can address present-day ecological issues more creatively and respectfully.
And isn't it also a testament to cultural resilience? In turbulent times, Machu Picchu stands as a symbol that, despite challenges, cultural heritage can endure and even thrive. It inspires pride and encourages us to preserve not just the physical stone, but the intangible heritage it represents.
How might these lessons of resilience and innovation influence the vision we cast for future generations?
It's about blending tradition with innovation, creating a living history. Future generations can inherit wisdom and inspiration from such sites, learning to honor their roots while carving new paths. Machu Picchu invites us to continually reinterpret history for modern relevance.
Exactly. It's a call for balance, acknowledging the wisdom of the past while embracing the potential of the future. As technology advances, our challenge is to bridge the old and new, crafting a legacy of progress that's rooted in respect for our planet and its history.
We also have the opportunity to redefine our stories globally. As Machu Picchu has shown, diverse narratives enrich our human experience. Our future stories will draw from interconnected histories, generating a richer, more inclusive tapestry that celebrates all voices.
It's exciting to consider how Machu Picchu's legacy inspires us to blend histories into a unified yet diverse future. As we conclude this dialogue, think about how each of us can contribute to this evolving narrative, ensuring that Machu Picchu and sites like it remain vital parts of our world story.